Let's take you to the ENCA Money Desk now. My colleague Devon Morgan is standing by. So Devon, Aspen shares are rallying after a UK drug trial for COVID-19.
Yes, absolutely, Judy. Good afternoon. Pharmaceutical company Aspen's shares up following reports that one of its drugs is a breakthrough treatment for COVID-19 patients. Now, Aspen confirmed that it owns the rights of dexamethasone and distributes both the injectables and the tablets in a number of countries. It says it notes the positive preliminary results of a drug trial using the steroid to treat COVID-19 patients. The company shares, by the way, up 6% at midday. That little illustration there gives you a sense as to how that shares, or those shares, responded to news of a possible vaccine. We keep an eye on that story for you. Now, moving on, the sit-down restaurant industry is eagerly awaiting an announcement to allow it to operate. Small Business Development Minister Khumbudzo Ntshavheni told ENCA earlier this week that her department has already completed the development protocols for such businesses to open. Sit-down restaurants have not enjoyed the benefits of deliveries and pickups as allowed for under relaxed lockdown level 3 rules. Their business model is entirely different. Well, Grace Harding represents the Restaurant Collective Group. She joins us now via Skype. Grace, thanks very much indeed for talking to us. So it's about consultation with government, and I suppose fingers are crossed as to when the sit-down restaurant business will be allowed to operate. Where do things stand at the moment?
Hi. Well, we're all reading and listening to the same news, I guess. We are sitting and waiting. We've heard very positive responses, both from the Department of Tourism via the TBCSA, who we've been collaborating with, and we've been picking up all the bits of news that say it's imminent. So we're holding thumbs and crossing fingers and waiting in anticipation, but we certainly are ready to open.
Yeah, and when we spoke the last time, you had said that videos have been made to give a clear illustration of the safety around patrons, for example, how they will be seated, treated, and the manner in which serving will take place. One would imagine that it's that the authorities are sitting down and contemplating with, or have you managed to identify what could be perhaps behind this seemingly delay that we see?
It's so difficult to guess, and I think many of us are just playing a guessing game. So we've really tried to stay focused on getting the industry ready. As you've mentioned, we've created a good training protocol. We've created a register, certificates, how to test customers, how to test staff. We've collaborated with incredible partners who are building an app for free so that there can be efficient track and trace. So we haven't received specific direction. We've really taken our direction from looking around the world and using a little bit of common sense that focuses on social distancing and focuses on controlling who enters the restaurant, be it a delivery guy, be it a customer or a staff member.
And it's interesting that most of these restaurants actually are made up of family-run business that are not really tied to franchise operations, is it, Grace? And I suppose that makes things a little bit more difficult to swallow when you look at how many waiters are employed in these establishments. The fallout economically is probably having more and more of an impact on them now.
Yeah. It really is hell of a sad. I mean, I also feel for other entrepreneurs, one-man bands like our hairdressers and the salons and people like that. So even the franchise restaurants, remember that a restaurant is still owned by an independent person who's invested his or her livelihood. So it's the actual franchisee or the restaurant owner who's had zero income, and then it's 20 to 30 employees. Some are getting a little bit from UIF, some not. UIF is not always being really efficient, but it's been devastating. And every day you look on the news and you see another restaurant that's gone into business rescue or closed its doors. So it really, really is sad. And we understand the anxiety of the officials trying to control COVID. But if we look around us, so many other industries in the country have opened up. So we really do need to open now, because it looks like things are relaxing in other economies.
Grace, what's your take on whether or not those support packages have worked or not? You've been in tune or in touch with some of these restaurants. Have they been effective?
I don't think we can say have they worked. I think people have applied. Whether there's been efficiency and effectiveness in assessing the applications and paying out, I can only speak from our own community, and it's been fair. I wouldn't say it's been great and efficient and helpful. There have been some people who have received some relief, and then there have been a lot who haven't. So it's a very mixed bag of results.
All right, I'm going to have to leave it there. Grace Harding is from the Restaurant Collective there, giving us an idea on what to expect on the reopening of operations, if indeed it does happen soon.